All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are significantly farther behind the live stream than we are on the recordings. I have not been able to record at all this week, so we are way behind. So we're gonna need to just get a lot of stuff done. So let's start here. We want to go to this pillar here first. This is the very first pillar. I'm gonna light that. I'm gonna see how that pillar over there lights when they do that. All right. Here, let's go ahead and catch you up. So just before I started recording, I changed up my stats a little bit. So we still have the 40 vigor, but what I did, come down here, level up. So I switched out my strength and my dex here, and got arcane and faith, just so we can use our seal and our spells without needing a rune item, right? So that's all I did. Other than that, everything is exactly the same. All right, so from there, watch out for the crab. Crab wants to play, we'll play. Okay, crab's down. And so in the live stream, we found a good time to go to the Lord of Blood area, and we also realized that we forgot to grab the Lord of Blood item to get us to that area. So let's see. Now that I'm out of combat, let me double check and make sure. Let's see if I got it here, which I did not. Okay, that's fine. I will just have to make a point to go get it. But we don't need it yet. I will need to get the 8 and 9 stone as well. But we don't even have a 7 stone yet, and we don't have the ability to get a 7 stone yet, but that's coming. Right, so it's almost there. But once we have our 7 stone, so after this area here, we're gonna go grab our 8 and our 9 stones. We're gonna go to the next underground area that you can technically do before this one. We already have the waypoint for it, so that is good for us. We got a foul foot. Let's go in here, grab a grace. I'm gonna go grab this ball. Get square off. Pick up this. Alright. Grab that. We're about to get shot at a lot. By some magic arrows. They're really gonna hurt. We'll try to avoid as many as we can. One like that. You see them all over there. And then the two up there. There's one there, and there's one there. There's a bunch of rats here. Now they're shooting at us. Let's take them out. Get our clarifying horn charm. Oh, just a sec. There's loot down here. There is around the back here. There's Glovewort. Thought there was more. It's around this other side. Like I said, it's been a minute since we've done any recording for the live stream. I think this right now, I think we're doing like Monday's live stream stuff, and then we've got Wednesday, Thursday, and then today to get caught up on. All right, go ahead and use this. And we're gonna ride this up. Out the door. Grab this grace. From there. We're just gonna ride this back down. Alright. Now we want to go... here. Have this grace. And from there, alright, so we got that one. Okay. So far, so good. We're gonna come across here. Up our golden seed. Jump the gap. Back up on torrent. Jump this gap. Just gonna come around the side. Grab the stone sword key. Okay, so for the viewer, no time has passed, but for me, it's been about an hour. So you're gonna see you should have seen a cut. You ever get that feeling after you've been like sitting for a bit where you just like can't sit anymore and you have to go move? Well, that's the feeling that I got. And then I remembered I had to go run an errand after I finished the live stream. And I needed to do it like before I finished recording for the day, or else the place I needed to go to would be closed. So we went ahead and did all that. While the recording was still running, so there will be a cut while I cut out all the dead time. So let's see here. We should be almost done with getting these pillars. There should be about 2, maybe 3 left. Okay. We want to take out these guys. If we haven't got it yet, we want to grab this grace. Yeah, we already got it. Alright, so we're going to head around the back. I'm stuck. Can't force your way through them. The collision's too strong. Alright. Got this pillar here. on the live stream, he dropped his hammer. So there's going to be one of those archer guys up there. We're going to want to kill him. Okay. This guy. And then we've got these guys here. 4 of them, 5 of them. Bunch. Alright, go ahead and activate this. And we should need one more. I haven't been counting, but I think that there's only one more that we need. We can go by the stairs here. Should be just that one that we need. We will go confirm. Actually, let's just go get this and then we'll go check and see if they're all full. Alright. And activate this. There should be one more. Looks like there's 2 more. Okay. So let's go find them. Take the spirit jump first. Grab that. Grab our stone sword key. There. Drop down there, drop down there. Then we're going to drop here. And then we're going to drop here. Carefully. Okay. Go around the side. Drop here. Drop here. So where's the ones that we forgot? Got that one. There's one there. Want to get this one here. Okay. And there's one right across. Okay. So those are the ones we missed. Grab those real quick. All right. Pop that. Alright, and before we go do the boss, there's one other boss we're going to do first. And before we do that boss, we're going to go talk to a merchant. Alright, so we're going to go up here. Go up here. Crab's having a day. Is he coming down? Yeah, he's coming down, so we'll just wait for him to come down. He decided that he didn't want to take the ladder. Well, that's good. We didn't have to wait for very long. Grab that loot. Come over here. Drop down here. Talk to this merchant.
Oh, a customer.
And you want to buy Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 17?
Goodbye till next time.
And even if we weren't buying anything, we'd still want to talk to him. So whenever you find a merchant, I'll keep saying that, whenever you find a merchant, you want to talk to them. Talking to the merchant will put the merchant on your map. And that way, at the end of the game, when you're doing post-game cleanup, you can see where all your merchants are. Right? And as long as you have all of the merchants, you can go around and pick up all of the items that they have before the end of the game. Or after you're in the post-game, or in our case, before we go into the DLC, right? Go ahead and grab this Somber 2. Take this teleporter. Alright, from the teleporter, just gonna head west. Pick up the slumbering egg. Go in the store here. In the back, you're going to pick up slumbering 5. You're going to kill this beetle. Grab your oracle bubbles. Go around the left. Grab your rune item. And you're gonna need to jump over this part of the wall. Oh, no, you can't. You gotta hop off torrent there. Your dragon wound grease. Then wait till you're past the wall again before you get on torrent. Okay. And then just dodge around all these guys. Refresh your flasks if you need to. And we're gonna fight this thing in the middle of the lake. Alright. So what we want to do, that's technically considered a dragon. So we want to put on our dragon wound grease. Put on our grease. Let's use our potion. And we're just gonna go for it. Weapon art. Weapon art. Ah. Dude's got really big range with his arms. Alright, he's done. And so from there, we're going to get our runes, grab our halberd, come over here, pick up the America's Scar Seal, which, honestly, you shouldn't be using those anymore. If at this point in the game your build depends on you using a Scar Seal or a Sore Seal, you need to fix your build. Right? No matter what build you're using, at this point in the game, no matter what build you're using, you want your 40 vigor, right? You want this to be 40. Then you want your primary damage stat to be right around 40, which for us is strength and dex, so it's split, so it's 20-20, right? And then after that, you want to be able to have enough mana, or in our case, endurance, to use your spells, and then you want your casting stat. If it's not your primary stat, so if you're doing int, your int should be 40. But if you're not doing like an int or like a faith build, dedicated faith build, you want to be able to have enough casting to equip like your utility spells, right? And so at this point, you should not be using Scar Seals or Sore Seals. Alright, so we're going to put the one more into dex. Since we can level up, we'll spend our runes. And we'll go ahead and leave. And then from here, we have the final boss of the area. Once we do these two, like, initial underground zones, That's basically the end of the early game, right? We are entering the mid game at this point. So by the time you get to the mid game, you don't want to be dependent on scar seals and sore seals for your stats, or rune items, right? Rune items by the time that you get through, technically the Siofra river well, what we're doing right now, is harder than the Ansel river well, but I like to do this one first, because if you can do this one, then you can definitely do the other one. By the time you get finished with this is the mid game, right? So by the time we finish Ansel river well, we will be in the mid game. And when you're in the mid game, you don't want to be dependent upon weird items and stuff for your builds. So he's gonna do a crash, and he's gonna do a flame breath. Flame breath's just gonna basically go on one side. Alright, so Ancestor Spirit's down. And then once we're done with that, we can go ahead and teleport. We are going to teleport here to the Ansel River well depths. All right, and that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode for today. And I will see you all in the next one.